Stop everything for a moment. Do not scroll past this. Do not treat these words like another message passing across your screen. Give this your full attention right now, because this is not random, and it is not delayed. You were brought here before Sunday for a reason. Heaven interrupted your scrolling because there is a covering being released over your household, and your spirit knows it. Listen closely, my beloved child. This is not about fear. This is about protection. This is about your family, your children, your spouse, your parents, your siblings, the people connected to your name, and the bloodline that came before you and will continue after you. There is something around your house that must be discerned before Sunday arrives. There is something that must be prayed over. There is something that must be spiritually sealed, because what touches your home cannot be allowed to move freely when you have been awakened to stand in the gap. You have felt it, haven't you? That unusual heaviness when you walk through the door, that tension that rises over small things, those conversations that suddenly become sharper than they should be, those restless nights when your body is tired but your spirit will not settle, that burden in your chest, that quiet concern, that sense that something is trying to get close to your family atmosphere. That is not just stress. That is not just emotion. That is your spirit sensing a warning before your mind has words for it. And I am telling you now, before Sunday, do not ignore what you have been feeling. Do not dismiss the pressure. Do not call it coincidence. Heaven does not awaken you for nothing. When your spirit becomes sensitive, when your peace starts noticing what others overlook, when you feel pulled to pray over rooms, names, children, marriages, finances, decisions, and conversations, it is because covering is needed. This message found you because your family needs spiritual protection before the turning point arrives. Something must be brought under prayer. Something must be covered by obedience. Something must be sealed by your words before it has permission to grow. If you are receiving this warning for your household, like this video as an act of agreement, subscribe, because there are more words of covering being released for those who are listening in this hour. And comment these words with faith. My family is covered before Sunday. Type it now. My family is covered before Sunday. Let heaven hear your agreement. Let your house come under covering. My beloved child, hear me clearly. I do not reveal to frighten you. I reveal to cover what belongs to you. I do not awaken your spirit so you can live in panic. I awaken your spirit so you can stand in authority. This warning is not a sentence of fear over your family. This warning is a shield being placed over your door, over your conversations, over your children, over your marriage, over your parents, over your bloodline, over every place where the enemy thought he could enter unnoticed. Do not confuse panic with discernment. Panic makes you tremble without direction, but discernment makes you pray with precision. Panic says something is wrong and leaves you helpless. Discernment says something is moving, and heaven has trusted you enough to notice it. That tightness you felt when a certain name came to mind, that sudden burden when you looked at your family, that uneasiness after a conversation, that heaviness that seemed to settle in the atmosphere, that is not you losing peace. That is your spirit hearing an alarm before the natural evidence appears. Listen closely. Heaven warns before doors open. Heaven warns before traps form. Heaven warns before certain words are spoken. Heaven warns before division has time to take root. I show you the pressure early because I am not willing to let your house be taken by surprise. I reveal the strange pattern before it becomes a storm. I uncover the hidden tension before it becomes a wound. I press prayer into your spirit before the enemy can press confusion into the room. You are not helpless in this. Do not sit under this word as if you have no authority. Do not receive this warning like a victim waiting for something bad to happen. No, you have been positioned. You have been alerted. You have been called to stand in prayer where others in your family may still be sleeping spiritually. They may not understand why the atmosphere has shifted. They may not recognize why old arguments are trying to return. They may not see why irritation, silence, offense, and misunderstanding are circling the house. But you see, you sense, you know. And because you know, you must not ignore it. Before Sunday, your assignment is not fear. Your assignment is covering. Your assignment is not to accuse people. Your assignment is to guard the spirit of the house. Your assignment is not to panic over what you feel. Your assignment is to pray over what you discern. Say this with faith. I will not fear the warning. I will receive the covering. Type it now if your spirit agrees. I will receive the covering, because what I reveal, I am ready to protect. What I uncover, I am ready to heal. What I warn you about, I am giving you authority to cover in prayer. Now listen carefully, because the pressure around your home has a name. It is not random. It is not meaningless. It is not just a bad week. It is not just people being difficult. Something has been pressing against the atmosphere of your family, and your spirit has been trying to tell you before your mouth could explain it. Those sudden arguments that seem to rise out of nowhere, that is not just stress. That is pressure around the household assignment. Those repeated misunderstandings where one person says something small and another person hears it like an attack, that is not just poor communication. That is a strategy against unity. That emotional distance, that silence, that strange coldness between people who should be close, that is not just moodiness. That is an attempt to make hearts withdraw before prayer can restore them. You have seen it. You have felt it. One conversation turns heavy. One message is misread. One tone becomes a doorway. One old wound rises up as if it never healed. And you ask yourself, why now? Why is this coming back now? Why is this person acting this way now? Why does the house feel different now? Why do I feel so tired when nothing obvious has happened? My beloved child, the answer is because something spiritual is trying to move through natural pressure, and heaven is making you aware before Sunday arrives. That unusual exhaustion you have been carrying, that is not just tiredness. It is the weight of intercession pressing on your spirit. That financial pressure that suddenly feels sharper, that concern about bills, needs, delays, unexpected expenses, and family responsibility, that is not just money, stress. It is pressure against peace. That resurfacing memory, that old family pain, that wound you thought was buried, that repeated pattern you hoped would never come back, that is not just the past trying to revisit you. It is a signal that something in the family line must be covered in prayer now. And yes, I know you have been waking in the night. I know your eyes have opened when the house was quiet, and your mind went straight to a certain relative, a certain child, a certain parent, a certain sibling, a certain marriage, a certain conversation. That is not insomnia. That is not your mind simply wandering. That is your spirit being summoned into prayer. You woke up because your family needed covering while others were sleeping. You thought of that person because heaven placed their name on the altar of your heart. You felt that pull because there was an assignment in the night. Do not ignore the names that keep coming back to you. Do not dismiss the face that keeps appearing in your thoughts. Do not brush away the burden that rises when you walk into a room and sense that something is off, even when nobody has said anything. You may not have proof in the natural, but discernment often arrives before evidence. Discernment feels the temperature of a room before words reveal what has been hidden. Discernment hears the sound beneath the sound. Discernment recognizes pressure before pressure becomes damage. Your sensitivity is not weakness. Hear me. Your sensitivity is not weakness. Your tears are not weakness. Your concern is not weakness. Your heaviness is not weakness. Your ability to sense when peace has shifted is not weakness. It is discernment being sharpened for the protection of your family. I did not make you sensitive so you could be overwhelmed. I made you sensitive so you could notice what others miss and pray where others remain unaware. This is why you cannot harden your heart right now. This is why you cannot become careless with your words. This is why you cannot let offense lead you before Sunday. The pressure increased because the window is open. The window for prayer is open. The window for reconciliation is open. The window for guarding the home is open. The window for covering the family line is open. What you do in this window matters. So when the atmosphere feels heavy, pray. When the conversation feels tense, pause. When misunderstanding tries to rise, refuse to feed it. When exhaustion presses on you, do not only rest your body, cover your house. When a relative comes to mind, speak their name before heaven. When old wounds resurface, declare that the past will not govern this family again. Say it now, I discern the pressure, and I cover my house. Type it with faith, I cover my house. Because the heaviness is not a sign that you are defeated. It is a signal that you must pray, discern, and stand now. Before Sunday, your home will not be uncovered. Your family will not be left exposed. Your peace will not be surrendered to confusion. I am sharpening your discernment, and I am calling you to cover what carries your name. Now hear me, my beloved child. The enemy is not only after one argument, he is not only after one mood, one conversation, one difficult person, one uncomfortable weekend. He is after agreement. He is after peace. He is after the inheritance carried in your family line. He is after the future that has not even been born yet. He wants access to the atmosphere because he knows that when a family comes into agreement, when prayer returns to the house, when forgiveness begins to move, when old cycles are interrupted, something in the unseen realm starts losing power. This is why division is often the first weapon, not destruction first, division first, offense first, suspicion first, silence first, pride first, comparison first, resentment first, careless words first. The enemy knows that if he can get one heart to withdraw, one mouth to speak too quickly, one person to assume the worst, one wound to reopen, one memory to rise stronger than mercy, he can turn a weekend into a doorway. But I am warning you before Sunday because that door will not remain unguarded. Do not think it is strange that conflict has tried to repeat itself. Do not think it is strange that the same family pattern tried to come back with a different face. Do not think it is strange that delayed money, sudden sickness, emotional heaviness, repeated tension, and unexpected pressure all seem to gather at the same time. That is not bad luck. That is not random trouble. That is strategic warfare against the unity of the house. The enemy is trying to exhaust you so you answer wrongly. He is trying to irritate you so you speak carelessly. He is trying to burden you so you stop praying with authority. But listen closely. Opposition is confirmation. The pressure is proof that something important is being protected and prepared. If there were no healing near, division would not be fighting this hard. If restoration were not approaching, old offense would not be screaming this loudly. If deliverance were not moving through the family line, the same familiar cycles would not be trying to reattach themselves before Sunday. If protection were not being released, confusion would not be attempting to enter the house ahead of it. Something is being threatened in the unseen realm. A generational shift is being protected. A conversation is being prepared. A heart is being softened. A child is being covered. A marriage is being guarded. A parent is being drawn. A sibling is being remembered before heaven. A family pattern is being confronted by prayer. And the enemy is afraid of what happens when you refuse to participate in the old cycle. So I am calling you to stand with resolve. You will not answer conflict with conflict. You will not answer pride with pride. You will not answer suspicion with suspicion. You will not hand your peace to confusion. You will not let one sharp tone control your spirit. You will not let one careless sentence become a seed of division. You will not let one weekend become an open door. Say it now. I will not let one weekend become an open door. Before Sunday, guard your response. Before Sunday, measure your words. Before Sunday, refuse the invitation to rehearse old pain without prayer. Refuse to sit in resentment. Refuse to feed comparison. Refuse to let silence become punishment. Refuse to let pride make you unreachable. You are not being asked to pretend nothing matters. You are being called to respond from authority instead of injury. The attack against unity is not proof that your family is finished. It is proof that your family is being contended for. It is proof that heaven is covering something the enemy wanted exposed. It is proof that prayer is needed now, discernment is needed now, obedience is needed now. Type this with faith if your spirit receives it. My family's unity is covered. Say it again. My family's unity is covered. What was sent to divide will not prevail. What was sent to scatter will not rule. What was sent to reopen old wounds will be met by prayer, wisdom, and the covering of God. Now listen carefully, because revelation without obedience becomes an open door. If heaven has shown you there is pressure around the house, then you must not only feel it, you must respond to it. Before Sunday, guard the doors of your house. Not only the front door, not only the physical entrance. Guard the door of speech. Guard the door of atmosphere. Guard the door of access. Guard the door of agreement. Guard the door of decision-making. Because many things enter a family not through walls, but through words, attitudes, conversations, influences, and reactions. Be careful what is spoken in your home before Sunday. Do not curse what I am trying to cover. Do not speak failure over your children. Do not say they will never change. Do not say your marriage is hopeless. Do not say your family is always broken. Do not rehearse shame as if shame has authority over the future. Do not keep calling someone by the worst season they ever survived. Do not agree with fear and then wonder why peace feels distant. Your words are not empty in this window. Your words are either building a covering or opening a crack. I am telling you now, lower the tone. When irritation rises, lower the tone. When someone speaks sharply, lower the tone. When the argument tries to climb, lower the tone. This does not mean you become silent in fear. It means you refuse to let anger become the ruler of the room. It means you choose authority over reaction. It means you pause before you answer. It means you pray before you reply. It means you let wisdom stand at the door of your mouth before emotion rushes out. Walk through your home and pray. Pray in the rooms where your children sleep. Pray in the room where arguments have happened. Pray near the table where conversations are shared. Pray over the doorways, the beds, the phones, the screens, the finances, the decisions, the memories, the unseen burdens carried by each person under that roof. Speak peace where tension has been living. Speak covering where fear has been circling. Speak cleansing where heaviness has been sitting. Speak mercy where offense has tried to remain. And forgive quickly. Do not let a small offense stay overnight and grow teeth. Do not let pride make you wait 3 days to soften your heart. Do not let silence become punishment. Do not make people pay for pain they did not cause. Before Sunday, forgive quickly, not because the wound did not matter, but because your peace matters too much to be handed over to resentment. You are guarding the house when you refuse to let bitterness have a chair at the table. Watch what enters through entertainment. Watch what enters through conversations. Watch what enters through music, images, jokes, gossip, complaints, and repeated hopelessness. If something stirs impurity, anger, fear, despair, or heaviness, do not keep feeding on it, and then ask why the atmosphere feels clouded. Some doors are opened slowly. One show, one conversation, one message thread, one repeated agreement with darkness. Before Sunday, clean the atmosphere. Turn off what keeps stirring your flesh. Step away from what keeps feeding your anger. Refuse what keeps making hopelessness feel normal. And hear me clearly. Not every phone call deserves access to your peace right now. Not every opinion deserves entrance into your spirit. Not every message needs an immediate answer. Not every outside voice has permission to speak into your family's atmosphere during this window. Some people do not bring counsel, they bring confusion. Some conversations do not bring clarity, they bring agitation. Some influences do not help you discern, they pull you into reaction. Before Sunday, guard access. You can love people and still refuse to let their chaos govern your house. Delay reactive decisions. Do not make permanent choices from temporary pressure. Do not send the message while anger is still hot. Do not start the confrontation just because pride wants relief. Do not make a family decision while fear is speaking louder than prayer. Wait, breathe, pray, ask for wisdom. Let the storm pass before you decide what is truly being required of you. Choose prayer before response. Choose covering before criticism. Choose discernment before accusation. Choose peace before proving a point. This is practical obedience. This is how you guard the doors. Say it now, I will guard my house before Sunday. Type it with faith, I will guard my house. My words will not curse what God is covering. My reactions will not open what prayer is closing. My atmosphere will not belong to fear. My home will be guarded. My family will be covered. And no outside voice will have authority over the peace God is placing here. Now hear me, my beloved child. The reason you have been feeling what others ignore is because someone in the family must see clearly before everyone else does. Someone must notice the shift before the argument grows. Someone must pray before the door opens. Someone must discern before confusion settles. And in this hour, that someone is you. You are not carrying this burden because you are forgotten. You are not sensing this pressure because you are being punished. You are not the one who keeps praying because nobody cares about you. No, you are being awakened because heaven trusts you with the warning. You are being stirred because your house needs an intercessor. You are being pulled into prayer because something was sent against your family, and I have positioned you to stand between them and it. And yes, it may feel lonely. It may feel like you are the only one noticing the atmosphere. It may feel like you are the only one trying to keep peace while others keep feeding tension. It may feel like you are misunderstood, overlooked, or even blamed for being sensitive. But listen closely. That is not rejection. That is assignment. That is not weakness. That is covering. That is not you being too much. That is your spirit standing guard over what heaven has placed under your care. Your private prayers are not small. Every time you pray in secret, something shifts in the open. Peace returns to rooms that were becoming heavy. Children are covered from battles they do not know how to name. Hearts begin to soften where pride was trying to harden them. Decisions become clearer. Words become restrained. Conflict loses momentum. The argument that could have exploded is held back. The door that could have opened is shut. The family that could have scattered is steadied because someone stood in the gap. You are chosen for this house. You are anointed for this bloodline. You are positioned for this hour. You are trusted with this warning. Do not despise the assignment because it came with weight. Do not abandon the altar because others do not understand the burden. Do not stop praying because you do not see instant proof. Heaven hears what you whisper. Heaven receives what you carry. Heaven moves through the one who refuses to let the family remain uncovered. If you accept this assignment, type it now with faith. I stand in the gap for my family. Do not type it lightly. Type it as agreement. Type it as obedience. Type it as a declaration over your household. I stand in the gap for my family. I will pray when pressure rises. I will cover what carries my name. I will not let confusion have the final word. I am chosen. I am anointed. I am positioned. I am standing in the gap, and my family will not be left exposed. Now listen carefully, because the covering being released is not small. This warning did not come only for one room, one person, one argument, or one moment. It came because there are vulnerable places in your household and in your bloodline that heaven is covering before Sunday arrives. I am not placing a partial shield over your family. I am covering the places you can see and the places you cannot see. I am covering the conversations that have already happened and the decisions that have not yet been made. I am covering the visible pressure and the hidden traps. I am covering what carries your name. First, I am covering the children and the younger generation connected to your family. Pray over their minds. Pray over their friendships. Pray over their choices. Pray over their identity. Pray over their future. Some of them are fighting battles they do not have language for yet. Some of them are being pulled by voices that do not love their destiny. Some of them are surrounded by confusion, comparison, temptation, anxiety, rebellion, secrecy, and pressure to become someone I never called them to be. But hear me clearly, they are not uncovered. Their minds will not be handed over to confusion. Their identity will not be stolen by culture, fear, rejection, or false belonging. The hidden trap will be exposed. The wrong friendship will lose influence. The destructive appetite will be interrupted. The future that heaven has marked will not be swallowed by one careless season. Do not only complain about the younger ones. Cover them. Do not only correct them. Cover them. Do not only fear what you see happening around them. Speak life over them. Call their names in prayer. Declare that their minds are guarded, their hearts are strengthened, their steps are ordered, and their purpose will awaken. Even the one who seems distant is not beyond covering. Even the one who seems stubborn is not beyond reach. Even the one who has been quiet, angry, distracted, or confused is still being watched by heaven. Second, I am covering marriages and close relationships in your family. The enemy has been looking for legal ground through pride, silence, bitterness, suspicion, and old disappointment. He wants one wound to become a wall. He wants one misunderstanding to become a history. He wants one season of distance to become a permanent fracture. But before Sunday, I am calling you to pray over the connections that hold the house together. Pray over husbands and wives. Pray over siblings. Pray over parents and children. Pray over the close relationships that have been strained by words left unsaid and pain left untreated. Pride must lose its ground. Silence must lose its authority. Bitterness must lose its chair at the table. Suspicion must lose its voice in the room. The enemy will not keep whispering false motives into the hearts of people who are supposed to love each other. The spirit of accusation will not govern your family. The coldness that tried to settle will be confronted by prayer. The fracture that tried to deepen will be met by mercy, wisdom, and truth. I am covering the relationships that still have purpose. I am covering the bonds that pressure tried to weaken. I am covering the love that has been buried under exhaustion. Third, I am covering the parents and elders in your family. Do not forget them in this hour. Pray over their health. Pray over their emotional burdens. pray over their loneliness, pray over their grief, pray over the decisions they are making, because some decisions made by elders affect the entire family structure. Some of them are carrying pain they never explained. Some are still grieving what they never fully healed from. Some are tired in ways they do not confess. Some are lonely even while surrounded by family. Some are making choices from fear, pressure, pride, or the weight of years they have carried in silence. Cover them. Speak peace over their minds. Speak strength over their bodies. Speak comfort over their hearts. Speak wisdom over their decisions. Declare that sickness will not have the final word. Grief will not consume them. Loneliness will not harden them. And fear will not guide their choices. I am moving even among the elders. I am touching memories. I am softening places that became guarded. I am releasing grace over conversations that have been avoided for too long. Fourth, I am covering the finances and provision of the household. Do not let panic make decisions that prayer should be guiding. Do not let pressure push you into waste, fear, debt, impulse, or desperation. I am covering the resources of your family. I am covering the bills, the needs, the delays, the unexpected expenses, the responsibilities, the open doors, and the closed doors. I am releasing wisdom, restraint, discipline, and discernment. You will know what to say yes to and what to refuse. You will know when to wait and when to move. You will know when a door is provision and when it is a distraction dressed like opportunity. Declare this over your house. Panic will not manage my provision. Fear will not govern my money. Waste will not drain what heaven is supplying. Confusion will not lead my decisions. My household will walk in wisdom. My family will be provided for. Doors that are sent by God will open, and doors sent to trap us will close. Fifth, I am covering the bloodline. This is deeper than one weekend. This is deeper than one argument. This is deeper than one person's mood. There are cycles that have tried to repeat from generation to generation. Anger, addiction, abandonment, sickness, poverty, betrayal, spiritual coldness, broken communication, emotional distance, fear of love, fear of trust, fear of peace. But I am calling you to stand and declare that what repeated before you will not rule after you. Your prayer matters because your bloodline matters. Your agreement matters because the future matters. Your obedience matters because children yet to come will inherit the atmosphere you help guard today. So speak over the family line. Declare that anger loses its inheritance. Addiction loses its chain. Abandonment loses its pattern. Sickness loses its agreement. Poverty loses its voice. Betrayal loses its access. Spiritual coldness loses its hold. What was tolerated in one generation will be confronted in this one. Type this now if your spirit agrees. My whole family line is covered. Say it with authority. My whole family line is covered. The children are covered. The marriages are covered. The elders are covered. The finances are covered. The bloodline is covered. Nothing vulnerable will remain exposed. Nothing hidden will remain unguarded. Nothing assigned against this family will move freely. I am covering every place heaven has shown me, and before Sunday, my household stands under divine protection. Now listen carefully, because prayer is not an excuse to avoid obedience. Some of the protection coming over your family will not only come through what you whisper in secret, it will come through the conversation you have been delaying. It will come through the apology pride has been resisting. It will come through the boundary fear has been avoiding. It will come through the confession your spirit already knows is necessary. It will come through one act of humility that closes a door bitterness has been using. Do not mistake silence for peace. Hear me. Not every quiet house is a peaceful house. Not every avoided conversation is wisdom. Not every person who says nothing is healed. Sometimes silence is only pride wearing calm clothing. Sometimes distance is only resentment with a softer voice. Sometimes the conversation you keep postponing is the very place where mercy has been waiting to enter. I am not telling you to rush into argument. I am not telling you to force a conversation while anger is still hot. I am not telling you to speak without wisdom, timing, or love. But I am telling you to stop calling avoidance discernment when it is really fear. Stop calling stubbornness strength when it is really pride. Stop calling emotional distance protection when it is really a door left open for bitterness to breathe. Before Sunday, ask me what must be addressed. Ask me who needs a call. Ask me who needs a blessing. Ask me who needs forgiveness. Ask me where your tone must change. Ask me what story you must stop repeating about a family member, because every time you rehearse it, you keep the wound alive. Some of you need to forgive a relative. Some of you need to check on the one who has been quiet. Some of you need to bless a child instead of only correcting them. Some of you need to pray with your spouse. Some of you need to call a parent. Some of you need to say, I was wrong. Some of you need to say, I love you, and I do not want this distance to become our normal. This is not weakness. This is warfare. Humility is warfare. Reconciliation is warfare. Truth spoken in love is warfare. A soft answer in a heated room is warfare. Refusing to repeat a harmful story is warfare. Closing the door to bitterness before Sunday is warfare. So move with discernment, but do not hide behind delay. If I prompt you, obey. If I soften your heart, respond. If I show you the door bitterness has been using, close it. Type this now: I will obey in love. Say it over your house: I will obey in love. My pride will not keep my family uncovered. My silence will not protect bitterness. My words will carry healing, truth, humility, and wisdom. Before Sunday arrives, every door that bitterness used will begin to close. Now do not rush past this moment. Do not simply hear the warning and then return to the same atmosphere, the same fear, the same silence, the same unguarded words. This is the moment where the warning becomes agreement. This is the moment where concern becomes covering. This is the moment where your mouth must come into alignment with what heaven is showing you. If you can, pray this out loud. If you are in a place where you cannot speak loudly, whisper it with faith. If tears come, let them come. If your voice trembles, keep praying. Place your family before me by faith. Place the names, the faces, the rooms, the memories, the wounds, the children, the elders, the marriages, the future, and the whole bloodline before my throne. Do not pray like someone begging from the outside. Pray like a child who has been given access. Pray like an intercessor who knows this house will not be handed over to confusion. Pray like one who understands that before Sunday arrives, the atmosphere must hear the authority of Jesus. Say these words from your spirit, not from habit. Say them slowly. Say them with obedience. Say them with reverence. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, I bring my family before you now. I bring my home before you now. I bring every room, every doorway, every conversation, every hidden burden, every silent wound, and every unseen battle before you now. I do not come in panic. I do not come in fear. I come under the covering of your mercy, under the authority of your name, and under the protection of your hand. I cover my home in prayer. I cover the atmosphere of this house. I cover the words spoken here. I cover the peace that belongs here. I cover the decisions made here. I cover the doors, the windows, the beds, the tables, the phones, the screens, the finances, the schedules, the memories, and the hearts that dwell here. Let no spirit of confusion rule this house. Let no spirit of division sit in this house. Let no heaviness, fear, accusation, bitterness, or torment take authority in this house. This home belongs to God. I cover my children and the younger generation connected to me. I cover their minds, their hearts, their identity, their friendships, their choices, their future, and their hidden battles. I declare that confusion will not name them. Rebellion will not claim them. Fear will not guide them. Destructive voices will not shape them. Their destiny will not be swallowed by pressure, secrecy, temptation, or pain. I place them under divine mercy, divine protection, and divine direction. I cover my spouse, if I am married, and every marriage connected to this family. I cover love where it has grown tired. I cover communication where it has been wounded. I cover trust where it has been strained. I cover unity where the enemy has tried to divide. Pride will not govern our conversations. Silence will not become punishment. Suspicion will not become our language. Bitterness will not build a wall between hearts that heaven is calling to healing. I cover my parents and the elders in my family. I cover their health, their minds, their emotions, their memories, their grief, their decisions, and their remaining years. I speak peace over them. I speak strength over them. I speak wisdom over them. I speak comfort over places they have carried quietly. Fear will not guide them. Sickness will not have the final word. Loneliness will not harden them. Old pain will not rule their final chapters. I cover my siblings, my relatives, my extended family, and every person connected to my bloodline. I cover the ones near and the ones far. I cover the ones who believe and the ones who are still wandering. I cover the ones who speak often and the ones who have gone silent. I cover the one who is angry. I cover the one who is hurting. I cover the one who is tired. I cover the one who does not know they are being prayed for. In Jesus' mighty name, I break the assignment of division. I break the assignment of confusion. I break the assignment of fear. I break the assignment of sickness. I break the assignment of premature loss. I break the assignment of hidden danger. I break the assignment of repeated cycles. I break the cycle of anger. I break the cycle of addiction. I break the cycle of abandonment. I break the cycle of betrayal. I break the cycle of poverty. I break the cycle of spiritual coldness. I break the cycle of broken communication. What repeated before me will not rule after me. What wounded one generation will not be given permission to wound the next. I refuse panic. I receive wisdom. I refuse fear. I receive discernment. I refuse bitterness. I receive mercy. I refuse pride. I receive humility. I refuse to answer harshly when you are calling me to answer softly. I refuse to delay obedience when you are showing me what must be done. I will walk in discernment. I will guard my words. I will forgive quickly. I will pray before I react. I will obey what heaven shows me. I will not use silence to punish. I will not use truth to wound. I will not use pain as permission to open a door to darkness. Now declare it with authority. This house is covered. This family is protected. This bloodline is marked by mercy. Every child is covered. Every marriage is covered. Every elder is covered. Every relative is covered. Every future generation is covered. The door of division is closed. The door of confusion is closed. The door of fear is closed. The door of bitterness is closed. The door of hidden danger is closed. What was sent against us before Sunday is canceled by the authority of Jesus. It is canceled in the house. It is canceled in the bloodline. It is canceled in the conversation. It is canceled in the atmosphere. It is canceled in the unseen places. No weapon formed against this family will prosper. No assignment sent to divide this family will prevail. No voice sent to confuse this family will take authority. No old cycle will rise up and call itself normal again. We are covered by mercy. We are guarded by wisdom. We are surrounded by protection. We are led by the Spirit of God. Now receive the covering. Let peace enter where fear was standing. Let wisdom rise where panic was speaking. Let forgiveness move where bitterness was breathing. Let humility soften what pride had tightened. Let the angels of the Lord be released concerning this household. Let every divine order concerning protection, restoration, and mercy be carried out in Jesus' mighty name. Say it one more time. My house is covered. My family is protected. My bloodline is marked by mercy. What was sent against us before Sunday is canceled by the authority of Jesus. It is done. It is sealed. It is covered. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Now breathe, my beloved child. Do not leave this message afraid. Leave covered. Leave alert. Leave spiritually positioned. Fear is not your portion. Panic is not your assignment. Confusion is not the voice you will follow. You have prayed. You have declared. You have placed your household under covering. Now walk towards Sunday with your eyes open, your spirit steady, and your heart anchored in peace. The warning came because mercy moved first. The pressure was exposed because protection was already being released. The enemy wanted you reacting, arguing, assuming, accusing, and opening doors with unguarded words. But now you know better. You will not walk blindly into the next few days. You will guard the atmosphere of your home. You will watch what enters through conversations, screens, attitudes, visitors, memories, and reactions. You will not let one careless sentence become a doorway. You will not let one moment of irritation become a fire in the house. You will pray before you respond. You will pause before you speak. You will ask for wisdom before you act. Expect peace to return where pressure has been increasing. Expect softness to return where hearts have been tightening. Expect clarity to rise where confusion has been circling. Expect the room to feel different because you are different. You are not moving as someone helpless. You are moving as someone awake. You are not covering your family from a place of terror. You are covering your family from a place of authority, obedience, and love. And now, do not carry this alone. Leave your prayer request in the comments. Write the name of your family, your children, your marriage, your parents, your household, or the situation you are placing before God. You do not have to explain everything. Heaven already knows the details. But let there be agreement. Let other believers stand with you. Let prayer rise over families, over homes, over children, over marriages, over elders, over bloodlines, and over every place that needs mercy before Sunday arrives. If you receive this family covering, like this video as an act of agreement, share this message with someone whose household needs protection before Sunday. Do not overthink it. Someone connected to you may need this warning, this prayer, and this covering right now. And subscribe, because more prophetic encouragement and prayer are being released for those who are willing to listen, discern, and obey. Now type this final declaration with faith. My family is covered, my home is protected, and Sunday will not find us unprepared. Say it again. My family is covered, my home is protected, and Sunday will not find us unprepared. It is done. It is sealed. Walk in peace.